That'll be fine.
Oh, battery coming down. Greens one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope well. So I had planned on, well, I was debating on doing a year with the gear with this CC 8-inch battery powered chainsaw. Unfortunately, CC seems to be gone. They were sold out on Amazon, which they may have been a limited run, and so they're out of business, I think, or they renamed their business, or a new brand, or something. So I was highly debating if I was going to do a year with the gear with this particular saw, because I hate to do the review and then tell you, oh, by the way, they're no longer around, so you know, you're SOL on getting one if you were wanting to get one. Which is why I thought I would do my thoughts on, do I think battery powered chainsaws are good? And for the most part, I would say yes. Now you're gonna have downsides, like, you know, you are dealing with a battery powered mechanical tool, so yeah, it could fail. Some of the 1-star reviews on Amazon were like, I used it once and I turned it on and never came on again. Well, you may have just gotten a bad one. I don't know. I'm not them. For one thing, you know, yeah, they can fail, which, you know, can suck. But if you get a good one, I mean, I've been using this one repeatedly. I used it on my last outing, I'm using it on this outing, and honestly, I like it. And I'm not just saying that because they sent it to me, because if it broke, I would tell you on camera, go look, and I'd hold up the pieces and show you that it was a failure, because I don't want to see you waste your money on tools. It's not like I work for CC, and they're gone anyway, and they're also, I believe they're a Chinese company, which, you know, is not a bad thing, but you know, now you're not going to backpack this, obviously, unless you're going, I mean, I've carried this out in the woods maybe 100 yards, 200 yards, maybe at the most, maybe combined back and forth between some of my camps are a little bit deeper into the woods, you know, getting away from people. You know, with a convenient carry handle, oh, sorry, hit the leg, but with a convenient carry handle, you know, it wasn't really that hard to carry out here. Like, I was out at forest camp a week ago, and, you know, I had no problem just hauling this through the woods. And it's really not that heavy. I could get it on the scale when I get home. I think I have the total weight, batteries included. You know, not that bad, but if, you know, you're just carrying it in the car, you can go car camp. You know, can't get the camera straight today. Lost my chain of thought because of the camera difficulties. Yeah, so if you're just gonna car camp, you can easily slide that. I sit just behind the back seat of my car, of my Jeep, my commuter vehicle. So I drove out here today because my truck's on the fritz. Yeah, portable, easy to carry. A lot of the big questions I had, and I addressed this in my year with the gear with the 4-inch chainsaw, and that is battery length. If I can get the battery off. You know, there's a lot of questions. How long do the batteries last? How long do the batteries last? Well, you know, I've come out here multiple times, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're out here cutting wood. And we get out here Friday around evening, early evening. We cut firewood, we get our fire going, we sit and we talk. You know, I was out with my bro, you know, give us a chance to catch up. Because, you know, life's busy, and, you know, he's got the kids and the family, and we also live far-ish apart. I mean, it's not hard to get to his place, but, you know, with traffic and everything, it's just like, and, you know, I also work 3 morning shifts a week, so it's not like it's convenient for me to just jump in the car and go visit. Although, you know, it'd be nice to be able to do that, but. So we got there, we cut our wood, you know, we use this saw. Now there are the saws on Amazon that I saw. I have not tried them all, unfortunately. I don't have the extra cash to go and try each one of them. I know some of them have, you know, only one battery. Some have 2 batteries. This one came with a second battery, which I need to go get and show you. Alright, so give me a chance to try to straighten the camera out. So mine came with a second battery. Usually I would read the description or look at the pictures of the product that you're buying. If it only has 1 battery, I'd probably move on to one that had 2. Also come with an adjustment tool for the blade. So you've got the 2 screws here to tighten the blade up. Plus, sorry, I'm not trying to flip you off. You've got the 2 adjustment screws here. And then, you know, you can adjust it here in a place that holds oil, which still has, it's still full of oil. You can see that. Still full of oil. And I think it came with a couple of, oh, it came with a handle too. You just have to read the description so you know what you're buying. And it came with a handle here, which I didn't even use. For the larger fuel, I did pop it on. So, you know, for safety, and you know, it gives you something to hold on to, so you can hang on to it while you're cutting. As long as I'm not, I have this habit of trying to push down, and I got to stop doing that. Let the saw do the cutting, and then quit trying to push it, because you're probably going to bind it, and it could break easier. But I just end up not using the handle at all. But I also had to use my other offhand to hold the fuel so it wasn't, you know, flopping around everywhere. But so I just, you know, hold it like this. The 8-inch really is a big difference when you're using it versus the 4-inch. Now I've used the 4-inch on large fuel, and I did show how to do that. Just simply cut through, turn the fuel, cut through, you know, cut it in thirds or fourths. It is doable. And you know, I didn't even break a sweat using this. I mean, I had to go out in the woods and get wood. I should probably do a quick shot here, show you all the fuel I cut, which took really no time at all. A lot easier. It's also not loud like a chainsaw, gas powered, which, you know, everyone around this whole area could hear for a long distance off because they're loud. It's a loud motor. You know, I think honestly with this, you know, it seems to stop pretty fast when you let go, which is nice. I mean, if you hit your arm, you're going to do some serious damage, which I did bring a first aid kit. But just the battery kind of is a pain to get off. I just have to kind of bump it. But you know, you can pull the battery, and there's also a kill switch on it here. You just press it, and you can turn it off that way. I rarely use anyway. But hit that button, and you got the safety for the trigger. Try to prevent injuries. But I don't think it would cut you as bad as a gas-powered one. But still, it wouldn't feel good, and I'd probably have to patch my injury and then just grab my stuff, throw it in the car as quick as I could, and get to a medical facility. Because it probably would, you know, I mean, I don't have a lot of muscle here, bone here. I mean, if you hit bone, don't even want to think about it. So, quieter than a chainsaw. It's still still a somewhat dangerous tool if you're not being careful. I think one point it kind of swung down towards my leg, and I was like, ooh, okay. I mean, I should have been kneeling down working, but you know, fortunately it was all right. Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm not, and I'm already done with my wood. I mean, I'm not gonna do a huge fire, so. But you know, my buddy and I were cutting some wood on one of our trips when I first got him. We were going through some pretty sizable fuel. So, you know, I mean, yeah, it's this much space, but you know, we were going through a good amount. So we had you know, big pile of firewood, and we weren't breaking a sweat. So, yeah, I mean, you're probably gonna spend for an 8-inch blade probably over, you know, over $100 easily. I don't think they're over 200, so you know, be between 100 and 200 range, depending on how many batteries you get and how many options you have. I've not run out of battery yet using it. When it happens, I'll show you, but you'll probably hear me going, oh man, I finally ran out of battery, but it hasn't happened yet, and that was like one of the biggest concerns. As far as the blade, I think you should be able to buy an 8-inch chainsaw blade at most chainsaw stores, you know. And I just put a little fuel liquid in there that's still holding, that lubricates the blade. You can also get them sharpened, just like any other chainsaw. I'd say they're kind of a win. I mean, cut a lot, quite a bit of fuel, little effort used, you know, save time and calories and energy. So TCE, time, calories, energy, save that. I'm not annoying my camp neighbors with, you know, a loud chainsaw. I can't say it would be safer to use it than a chainsaw, but with the fact that it stops quick when you let go of the trigger, might help. But then a chainsaw stops pretty fast too, but I don't have a lot of experience with a chainsaw, but that's just some food for thought. I wouldn't say it was safer, probably about the same, I think. It might even be a little bit more dangerous because you might get a little bit more complacent with the battery one, and you know, complacency gets you in a world of hurt. But that's just kind of my thoughts on the on battery powered chainsaws. I'm just using this one as a display. They were on Amazon. They are no longer on Amazon. Unfortunately, there are other brands. I'll link the video for the saw initial review in the description and also the end. Let me know what you think in the comments. Yay, nay. I know it's a little bit of an investment to put out, but I've been kind of digging it. So, food for thought. So I'm probably not going to use a year with the gear, but I probably will put this in the year with the gear playlist. So I'll put that below as well. You know, and you'll probably be seeing it throughout the year, because it's June now, so I actually want to get out camping. It's just a matter of when. I'm trying to get other things done first, but you know, just life. So anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think. Again, thank you. Be safe out in the woods, have fun, take lots of pictures, leave nothing but footprints and poop. So have a good one.